Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Chuck again, and once more we've got a windshield tour. This time we're in Globe, Arizona, and it says 3 miles from town, but we're already in the city limits. Globe's another old mining town, and it's the county seat of Gila County, which is the county I live in. It's about 75 miles from home, and so I figured I'd give you a quick tour through here, and then somewhere up here I got to stop and get fuel. I haven't quite got enough to get home. So let's see what I can show you. You know you're getting into Globe when you go into the underpass here for the train tracks, and like a lot of old mining towns, back in the old day everything was shipped by rail, so they all have train tracks to them. Was founded about the same time that it says 1876. That was 8 years before Payson was, and of course that was because of the mining history. And they found copper here, and they don't have a big open pit mine here, but they've got a lot of underground. And we're starting to come into the outskirts of town here, and San Carlos Apache Ranger. That's the police force for the San Carlos Apache Reservation. They're kind of cops and game rangers and all that kind of stuff rolled into one. This intersection here is the intersection with US 60, and if we were to turn right here, we'd end up going to Sholo and ultimately over into New Mexico. And going straight on 60 takes you right down into Phoenix. So they got all the fast food joints along here. Seems like there's a lot of traffic at Globe. The big building over here is actually the Gila County Courthouse. I'm going to show you the old original courthouse downtown, but sorry I got you into the sun there. But we're actually coming down into the old part of downtown Globe. It's another one part of the road bypasses the old downtown part because there's a real low underpass, railroad underpass there that I'm not sure we can even get the trailer under. Wrong time of day. This would have been better if I could have done it in an earlier time of day, but won't last too long and we'll get turned away from the sun. Is actually the start of the bypass, and the actual downtown area Globe is actually right down here. You can see it off the bridge. deck over there is the downtown part. You'll see a little bit from the angle there. It's called Broad Street. You know, the old county courthouse is an anchor point of Broad Street. And it's a historical society now. And the building over there about in the middle of the frame, that's the old county courthouse. And that's downtown Globe. You can see a couple of churches. And oh, Nelly. There we go. It's actually Globe City Hall right here on the corner, and fire station is right up that street right there a little bit. Again, one of the old downtown fire stations. It's another one's probably been running out of it for, I don't know how, probably, I'd say close to 100 years. Maybe longer, I don't know. Not quite like the one over in Bisbee that I talked about in my last video. Well, I haven't loaded that video yet. I'm not sure whether I'll get this one up before I get that one up, but we'll see. You can see the railroad here right next to us. This underpass right there is the limiting factor of going to downtown Globe. Pretty sure my trailer would fit underneath there, but I'm not going to tempt fate. Globe's another one. Got some of the back streets are pretty hilly and pretty steep and pretty narrow. Not as bad as Bisbee. Bisbee's a one in class by itself. Bisbee and Jerome got a lot of those real narrow streets. Look at that rig, that's pretty cool there. You can see the slag pile from the big black slag pile from the mining activity. This is still in part of Globe, but it's they strip annexed along the road here to, because this is where up here is where the Walmart and stuff is, and they all wanted that in the city limits. And there's two or three other little communities out here. There's Miami. It's spelled Miami, which is the way most of you pronounce it, but the local pronunciation is Miami. And then a little place called Central Heights, a little place called Claypool. And we're kind of coming into that. There's a Chevron station up here a little bit, and I'm going to pull in there for gas. So when I do that, I'll shut you off for a little bit. See so much of the mine stuff here in Globe. It's over in Miami where you see the huge slag piles, and I'll show you all that stuff when we get up there. Coming into Central Heights. There's the Chevron up there. That's where I'm going to pull in and get fuel. Go up to the next. Back with you again here in a little bit. Okay, I'm gassed up again, and forgot to turn the camera back on there for a couple blocks, but we're kind of up to our turn, and there's the big slag piles over there from the mill. Up ahead there, this was a little unincorporated community, a clay pool here, and Miami's just up the road just a piece. And Miami's another interesting one, but we're not going that far. We're turning here and heading toward home. I'll go around the corner here and let this run for just a little bit longer. Right there, you pacing 78 miles. That's how far we got to go till we get home. So, yeah. We got one of our favorite Mexican restaurants down here just a little bit. I'll let the camera run till we get to that. There's some mining offices and the local golf course is right over here. They have kind of a nice golf course for a little town. I don't play golf myself, but a quick look at it over there. Well, maybe. How many bushes in the way? Anyway, this is State Route 188. Heading toward Roosevelt Lake. Last thing I want to show you up here is this little restaurant. It's called Guayos. Been here forever. Today's Monday. They're closed on Monday, so we couldn't stop here if we wanted to. A lot of times we'll stop and eat here, and they got good RV parking here. So with that, let me tell you, as I always do, take care of each other, love each other, and it's one more little windshield tour of Globe, Arizona, another old mining town. And turn around, we're coming up on a railroad crossing here, and once we hit that, just really nothing more to do than to tell you peace out.